Die Mangaung-metro sluit in die sentrum Bloemfontein, die nedersetting Botshabelo en Tabanchu. Hoewel dit geografies een van die grootste metro's is, bly daar net meer as 800,000 mense in die metro se gebied. Die stad word deur die ANC regeer, wat in die laaste munisipale verkiesing 'n volstrekte meerderheid behaal het. Die ANC se Gregory Nthatisi is tans die burgemeester. Mangaung het vele uitdagings wat dienslewering betref, met die Rose stad wat sedert 2022 onder nasionale administrasie geplaas is. Die ouditeur-generaal het bevind die metro kon slegs 45% van sy diensleweringsteikens behaal. 'n Bekende regsgeleerde van die stad sê die daaglikse uitdagings is legio.
Die infrastruktuur gaan nooit doen. Riool loop in die strate. Riool loop in die strate. Ons kry gedurig laat die krag afgaan. Water. Dan jy geen drukking of geen water nie. Dit is alles as gevolg van die Mangaung se versuim om hulle werk te doen. Daar's te veel inaction vanaf munisipaliteite, vanaf politieke leiers, vanaf ander instansies, of het nou die universiteit is, polisie of wie ook al. Daar moet 'n wil wees. As daar nie 'n wil is nie, dan gaan niks gebeur nie. En dis hoekom dinge agteruit gaan.
'n Eiendomsontwikkelaar sê die huidige stand van sake is 'n groot bron tot kommer vir die sakegemeenskap.
En die munisipaliteit se kernaspek is tog ontwikkeling. 90% van sy inkomste kom uit eiendom uit. So dis krities belangrik dat 'n munisipaliteit regtig moet goed funksioneer. Vinnig wees, effektief wees, bekostigbaar wees.
Snyman sê dis onregverdig dat belastingbetalers steeds vir krag en water betaal terwyl die infrastruktuur agteruitgaan. Hy sê die behuisingstekort in die metro moet eintlik as 'n geleentheid beskou word.
Ons kan die hele Suid-Afrika 'n konstruksieplek maak wat eintlik is wat ons moet doen. Die werk wat dit skep is fenomenaal as ons net na Mangaung kyk en ons kan 10,000 huise 'n jaar bou vir die volgende 8 jaar, beteken dit ten minste die agterstand is opgevang. Ons het die somme gedoen en dit skep jou 20,000 werksgeleenthede.
Ander sakeleiers se frustrasie is ook duidelik.
Dit werk nie, want daar is te veel korrupsie by betrokke. Korrupsie is 'n groter probleem as dienslewering, sover as dit my aanbetref, ten opsigte van ontwikkeling en projekte loods. Want hier word niks gedoen nie.
In die metro spring al meer organisasies en die gemeenskap self in om dienste te verrig wat eintlik die stad se werk is, soos om vullis te verwyder en parke in stand te hou. Dit het egter ook al tot konfrontasie met munisipale werkers gelei.
Jy kan duidelik sien daar waar die gemeenskapsorganisasies is. Daar begin dinge verbeter. En mense is nie altyd seker wanneer gaan die munisipaliteit vir jou sê hou op nie. So dit is vir ons en selfs munisipale werkers kan partykeer vyandig teenoor ons werkers optree omdat hulle voel ons bedreig hulle werk.
Ook ander inwoners bekla hul lot en blameer die metro se politieke leiers.
Dat is die ding wat ieder en elkeen van ons oor huil. Almal is nie bevoorreg om te hê wat sekere mense het, anders is onder die broodlyn. Even hulle deserve at least basic service.
Ons is op ons eie agtergelaat hierso. Dis wat tans hier gebeur. So, hy het alles gerop van 'n kliniek af deur korrupsie. Soos ek sê, korrupsie op korrupsie op korrupsie. En dis wat korrupsie doen aan ons mense. Dit laat ons in dire states in. As daar politieke partye wat kan kom en sê jong, kyk, kom ek stap die pad saam met julle. Ons is willing, able en dedicated om saam met hulle te werk.
Die ouditeur-generaal het bevind in Mangaung gaan sowat 40% van drinkwater weens stikkende pype verlore. En die metro neem 300 dae om sy krediteure te betaal, terwyl die wet bepaal dit moet binne 30 dae gebeur. Die stad het ook in die vorige boekjaar 1,4 miljard rand in ongemagtigde uitgawes aangegaan.
Die burgemeester van die Mangaung-metro, Gregory Nthatisi, sluit nou by my aan. Mr. Mayor, so the metro has been under national administration since 2022, and as far as I understand, it's still in the recovery phase. But just explain to us, how is it possible that given the most recent financials, the metro spends 113% of its budget, which is more than it's budgeted for, but you've only achieved 50% of your service delivery targets.
Good evening, and good evening to your viewers. Let me start by saying, yes, indeed, Mangaung since 2021 has been 2019 rather. It was under Section 139, subsection 5 by the province, and then in 2021 they moved into Section 139, subsection 7 A and C, meaning therefore then national department came in to then bring the intervention and literally send a team of assigned individuals from both COCTA and the cabinet reps. They worked until 2023, towards the end. That's when I came in to relieve them and to begin to establish the metro into what it should be. And I think we now have attended to what they left us with, which is financial recovery plan, which has got 4 critical cardinal points. One of them being governance, and second one being institutional stability, the third one being service delivery, and the fourth one being financial discipline or recovery.
But 16% of the budget goes towards overtime, but only 2% of the budget is spent on maintenance. How is that justified?
Okay, fine. I actually needed to come into your figures now. Let's start by saying the workforce of Mangaung is at 40%, not literally 100%.
But why is that?
That would be because we need to make sure that the financial recovery plan is realized and the metro becomes financially viable, because you can't have 100% of employees and the metro wouldn't have enough resources to recover. When I came in, the collection rate of the metro was around 43-47%. We are now at 75, lingering. We really want to reach 90-95%, which is the one that will therefore then give credence to the numbers of workers that
Why are people not paying the rates and taxes?
What do you mean? Well, of course, the inheritance of what I found there was that systems were not up to scratch. Remember Mangaung, at the point when the intervention was made, systems had collapsed. And we are now building on system to ensure that people do pay their rates and taxes, and people really make sure that the fiduciary duty with regard to what they must do comes in, and that will literally help the metro to be financially viable, to now begin to attend to the necessary services that are needed. You pay services, you will definitely get services.
If you say the staff complement is only at 40% in terms of employment by the metro, are you saying that you have less than half of the workers that you need to deliver services?
Absolutely. That's given. And that's answering to the overtime that you made mention of. The only problem that I have to fix now, together with my team, is to ensure that overtime is properly regularized so that we must be able to use some of the money that will pay overtime to get more staff. As a result, we have now dedicated to get about 450 workers to reinforce on what we have so that we must alleviate the issue of overtime. Because then more money goes to where it shouldn't be going to, as a result of services that we are trying to chase to make sure that they are given to our people. But we're doing what we could. I think we have made some stride.
In the insert, we saw people that are saying they are fed up with service delivery in the metro. What is your message to them?
Well, we need, like for instance, I'm mentioning that there's, there are obligations. You must always fight for your rights, but within your rights there are obligations. And if all of us, like I heard someone saying, we need to come together and work, which I saw a lot of people that were talking there, I've had interaction with, in a number of occasions, in a way to try and make sure that all of us...
So you have an open door policy?
Absolutely. No, that one is given. I start my work at 7 o'clock in the morning. And so between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, I've got what I call troubleshooting. I don't have to make an appointment. You can come that time. We sit down, we discuss, we look at things. And I've got a number of, interaction with stakeholders. Like I say, the lady that spoke there, Johan that spoke there, is actually my friend.
Mr. Mayor, are you saying that when you took over just over 3 years ago, and you said that these systems were collapsed. Are you saying that, have you found now that it was collapsed or damaged beyond repair? Is it
There were no
impossible to
HODs.
fix the
Let's start there.
situation?
There was no city manager. There were no HOD. I have now. I've got HODs, I've got city manager. The institutional stability was not disciplined enough. People come to work, people leave work at a time when they're supposed to leave. People go to their duties at any given time, given the regulations indeed. We were collecting about 47%, we are now at 75%. You can imagine. There's growth that is actually speaking and talking to some of the limitations that the Metro has. You would have, from time to time, I've got my own hiccups with the Department of Treasury. They are just on my neck to make sure that I attend to the UIFW, to make people account on the monies that we're using, regular, unauthorized expenditure, wasteful, and this and that, we are doing that. And as a matter of fact, and I'm happy to welcome that we even have now the SIU that has been assigned by the President to come and help us to make sure that we cleanse the Metro. It's not only our Metro that has got problems, but we are up in arms to make sure that the accountability is the order of the day.
Mr. Mayor, but your predecessors, the people that you say have collapsed the systems in the Metro, come from your party, the ANC. Have the party taken steps against them?
Indeed, like I'm saying, some have gone through disciplinary processes, others are accounting to what they lost. I'm sure, and this is not a secret, I'm sure you have heard that AG has literally come quite gun blazing on us, to a point where they've taken us to task in terms of making sure that we account for the penny that we
Do you think you
utilize.
deserve the voters to vote for the ANC in the local government election?
Don't read at the ANC at some of the challenges that we are having. These challenges are historical. By the way, some of the infrastructure that we are utilizing are ailing and are old. And they were meant for a very few white counterparts of the country. We are piggybacking on them, connecting on them. They were meant to carry a particular section of the society. They must now carry volumes. And, dubious contractors, which were there before, literally when they connected some of the communities, did not use the proper infrastructure that should literally make services to be up to scratch. Hence, you'll see a number of oozing of pipes and this and that. So those are the things that we are attending to. But it should not be that it is because of it's the ANC government and the problem has just come with it. These are literally historical. We are coming from a difficult past, and people must understand that we are fixing that, and we are making strides. Much more that has been given to our people by far supersede some of the challenges that we have, despite the fact that we need to attend to those challenges because our people have got rights, and their rights must be observed. But together, we need to know. And the culture of payment, by the way, comes from apartheid. It's not a culture that people don't want to pay. It's a culture that was used as a weapon to impact on the changing scenario of South Africa to be democratic. You need to now educate people to also learn to know that there are responsibilities and the people need to learn how to pay.
Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for your time. The voters will have the final say in November.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much.
Net hierna bespreek ons die aanlyn aansoekstelsel om kinders in skole te plaas wat vir baie ouers in 'n nagmerrie ontaard het. Bly ingeskakel.